Delighted to be joined today by our chairman, Guillem Balague. Congrats on the new role, Guillem. How do you feel about being chairman of this fantastic club?
Well, it wasn't something I searched for. I think I was quite happy with the role of being in charge of the football side of things. But sometimes opportunities come in life, and there were changes at the club halfway through the season. I have to thank here both Jimmy Martin, our head coach, who of course went to Watford's academy, and to Gareth Davis, who had to move on. I have to thank them for the time that they put to the club. But once given the opportunity to fill that role, then you start looking around. You get to see a bigger look at the whole club, and then you think, all right, there are things that we're doing very well, and there are things that can be improved. So let's see what we can do. And the first thing that I've noticed is that I think since I came in October 2014, I had this massive amount of energy, and I brought Christian and Fran, and we decided to take the whole thing on when actually there is an opportunity here for a lot of people that believe in what we're doing to contribute as well. So it is important to recognize that. It is important to give them the opportunity to be part of this. So we've increased the board, we've made even closer ties between the senior side and the academy, which is the essence of the club. Both things are at the same level. We have recognized that that is something that had to be improved on, and now that we've put in the foundations for a more diverse, if you like, board, and to get more people involved in the day-to-day running of the club, it seems to me like we're entering a new phase, and one that I'm really excited about, because yes, the first team is doing well, but we've got a first team ladies, and we've got an under-23s that's doing very well. The academy 14 teams, girls and boys, all that is just it's been a lot of work been put in it, and it's just a matter of continuing that work and making sure that we get to what we want to get to, which is to be a community club that embraces everybody and everything.
The future certainly sounds very exciting. You just briefly touched on it there, but what are your sort of key aims for the future?
So the most important thing I feel is that not to forget where we come from, and this is not just the last 4 years, but since the late 50s, not to forget who we are. That means not to put in front of us ambitions and plans that are far too big and unreachable and unrealistic, but to make sure that we actually give the opportunity to young boys and girls to get the best coaches that we can get, to create a system within the club in which coaching is essential. Coaches that want to learn are essential. We want to be a home to people like that want to develop their coaching. The club is here to help them do so. And by doing that, you're actually instilling and putting into teams and players the right values and the right way of doing things. Of course, once you get to the senior side, then you're talking about how can we improve, how can we win, how can we go to better levels. But it comes together. If you actually, in the academy, you set the right ideals, you worked in the right way, you realize that teams can improve by coaching and by developing, it will get eventually to the first team, and then we'll see how far we can go. We've seen already bits of that. We're seeing how players are coming from the under-23s to the first team. We have seen it from day one of my appearance here, that you actually had the under-23s being a strong side and developing players to that. We're now seeing under 16 players like Daryl and Harry contributed in training to the under-23s and even playing as well sometimes. So that is just the beginning of what we want to do here. By coaching, by the right ideals, we just want to get a team that represents us at the top, but all the other teams also have to be an image of what we want to do. Parallel to that, of course, that's the football side. We have to improve the facilities. We have to help authorities help to make sure that Second Meadow is even more comfortable. We have to, my dream will be to have all the sides training in the same place. We are now all over the place, but there's not enough facilities. So we're going to push on to make sure that we get that 3G pitch that Biggleswade as a town deserves, and we will put our efforts towards that. And once we get that, then we'll be able to do together all these things that we're discussing.
That's all for the future, but currently the team is doing so well. How impressed have you been with them this season?
What I've seen is a series of things that have happened. When I came in, the idea was, can we actually play at this level with a style that is perhaps not the usual, but it has to do with dominating, with keeping the ball, with working as a unit, both offensive and offensively. And I think the answer was yes. Okay, can we be more competitive? And this year we're just given a jump in terms of that. We've brought players that understand what we're trying to do. The profile of players, it just fits the ideal. We mix styles, so there's more layers than ever. The coaching was great from Jimmy, and I think Emilio's taking it on and push it on with that. So you've got a team that believes in themselves, that is a team, a unit, just works. They work together. You have to see them. Last Tuesday I wasn't there, but I got all the pictures and I got all the stories from them just having dinner here and having a few beers and enjoying themselves. So that's a unity that's always necessary when you want to compete for things. And we're doing it, I don't like to call it the right way, but we're doing it in a way that I'm very pleased to watch, and I think everybody is. We're getting more fans than ever. Sponsors are coming and knocking the door. There is a team that's certainly growing, and I think we'll be there or thereabouts in the top three. That is the aim this season.
And of course, Biggleswade United is much more than just the first team. We've got a ladies team and an under 23s team. How are they getting on this season?
The senior side are just improved via, as always, coaching, but also we've set up with the senior side a system by which there is somebody in Team Brown who's what I call the secretary, technical secretary of that side, who goes and talks to all the coaches, talks to the ladies, talks to the under 23s, talks to the first team, and makes sure that there's a fluidity of conversation going. Team is doing a fantastic job, and the ladies as well. They've improved from last season. I'm sure there are things that they will like to do even better. There is the integration that is taking place. I would like to see more of that, and I will make sure that happens. And of course, if you've got the opportunity, and all the games will be in our Twitter page or on the web page, come and see them, because they need everybody's support, and it is something that we've always, Fran Constancio, who of course has left the club, and from here and send him a big good hello and goodbye, and we already miss you, but he had the dream, and so did I, of having our first team ladies in second medal. So we're getting that now, and we just got to bring people over, make them better, make sure that they enjoy what they're doing, and just be part of the club in even a more integral way, and that's one of the aims of the next few months.
Thank you very much for your time, Guillem. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.